any point due to magnetic field induction at any point due to magnet. So here I am taking one magnet like this. This is one magnet. Let us take this magnet as south north pole, and I consider one point somewhere here. Let us take some point here. So I want to find magnetic field induction at that point. So now what I know is the magnetic length what we have here, that is 2a from the center of the magnet, I am drawing, that means actual target is to find the magnetic field induction at this point. So this is not a axial point. Axial point means it has to be a straight line crossing through south and north. Here is not the on axial line. It is not on equatorial line. Equatorial means it must be perpendicular to the magnet passing through the center. So this point is not located either on axial line or on equatorial line. So from that information, what we can do now? Let me join the line here. Let me join the line from here to here, and this distance be smaller. This distance be smaller. So now my target is to find magnetic field induction at that point. So how to find magnetic field induction at that point means, now what I am doing means the magnetic movement. What is the magnetic movement? Means always magnetic movement is directed from south pole to north pole, and it is magnetic movement is M. Now I am resolving this magnet into two components. I am resolving the magnet into two components. Carefully observe. I am drawing two lines, one along this one. This is one line. This is one line I am making, and another line perpendicular to that line like this. So the same magnet I am resolving into two components. The same magnet I am resolving into two components, south pole or. That means I am treating this single magnet as two magnets. So let me take here, this angle is theta. So if you resolve the magnetic moment M into components, this magnetic moment M into components, in this direction where it makes theta, where it makes an angle theta, always there will find it as M cos theta. The magnetic moment is M cos theta. So what we find here, magnetic moment M cos theta. And in perpendicular line, what we get the magnetic moment here, again south to north. Here magnetic movement will get it as M sin theta. So the magnetic movements, that means now what happened, we resolve this magnetic movement into two components. In this direction M cos theta, in this direction M sin theta. So here this is M cos theta, now let us take, now assume this has one magnet, this is one magnet, let us assume it is not actually magnet, just actually we resolve the magnetic moment into components, but we are assuming them as a magnets. So we are assuming the magnets. So let me take, this magnet is having magnetic moment M cos theta, this magnet is having M sin theta. So now we are assuming them as a magnets. Now we are assuming them as a magnets. So these two are two magnets. One magnet for the point, to observe this point with respect to this point. One magnet is along the straight line passing through the point. That means for this magnet, if you treat this as magnet M cos theta, magnetic moment M cos theta, then this point lies on axial line. This point lies on axial line of this bar magnet. For this magnet, if you treat this as one magnet, this as one magnet having magnetic moment M sin theta, this yellow line. With respect to yellow line, this point dot, this green dot will appear it as equatorial line with us, because a perpendicular passing through center. So this point is along equatorial line for the magnet having magnetic moment M sin theta. For the magnet having magnetic moment M cos theta, this point is along axial line. So this is equatorial line, and this is called axial point, and this is called equatorial point. I hope you are clear with these ideas now. Now let us check it out, how to handle the situations now. I hope you are clear till here beta everyone. Any doubts you can ask me beta. So here mainly what we are discussing here, we are discussing about B at any point due to a magnet we are discussing here. So here when we are discussing this, we told that B at any point means what I told beta. Yes. So it is somewhere I have taken that point is not either on axial line or not on equatorial line. Somewhere it is there. It's not either on axial or equatorial. Somewhere it lies. In between the axial and equatorial line it lies. For that point we want to find magnetic field. Our target is here. Our target is here to find the magnetic field, to find the magnetic field at this point. So I hope you understood my target. So I want to find the magnetic field at this point here. So this is B is my target. I hope it is clear. Now let us observe. Here when I have taken this magnet to, that is with respect to m cos theta, I told it is axial line. That is a B value because of m cos theta at that point. B value because of m cos theta at that point means I told it is along axial. It is along axial because of m cos theta. So what should I write? Mu naught by 4 pi axial. This is the expression what we are discussing is for short bar magnet. This is not for long bar magnet, purely for short bar magnet. This is discussed for short bar magnet. So this application what we are discussing only for short bar magnet axial and equatorial formulas we know. So short bar magnet axial formula means what should I write? B axial because of m cos theta component, because of m cos theta component along axial means I can write it as mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught by 4 pi 2m into cos theta by distance is r square, r cube. So our formula is 2 cos theta, r cube is our formula. So twice the magnetic moment into by r cube is B axial formula. Similarly, at that point, I want to suppose B due to m sin theta. M sin theta means it is equatorial line, equatorial line. For equatorial line, what is the formula we can write means I can write mu naught by 4 pi m sin theta by r cube. These are axial and equatorial line formulae what we discussed in our last class. So from that information, now how these axial and equatorial Bm cos theta, Bm sin theta exists here, let us check it out. Let us observe here. So at this point, always B axial will be away from here like this. B axial, straight line of the magnet, B axial this is. B equatorial because of m sin theta, B equatorial because of m sin theta, that will be opposite to m sin theta direction. There is a property of equatorial. So B equatorial opposed to m sin theta and this one. Now the resultant of this one is our net magnetic field B. This is the B at any point direction. So here what happened here? I am taking this angle as suppose theta, because corresponding angles are same. This angle is theta, this angle is so theta. And suppose now we want the angle, this total angle, this angle, let us take this angle as alpha. So theta plus alpha is the direction of B. So we can also write here one point. Let me write here theta plus alpha. What is theta plus alpha? Direction of B, direction of B at any point. Direction of B at any point is called as theta plus alpha. Theta plus alpha. Okay, leave it about that. And our target is now B is the resultant of B axial and B equatorial. What we found here, B is the resultant of B axial and B equatorial from the diagram. So B is the resultant of B axial and B equatorial means B axial square plus B equatorial square I can write from the diagram. You observe here, this is B axial, this is B equatorial, this is B. So B is resultant means what we can write, B axial, B equatorial. Resultant means they are perpendicular, B axial and B equatorial perpendicular. From parallelogram law of vector addition, B is equal to square root of B axial square plus B equatorial square. Similarly, what is tan alpha? What is tan alpha? Tan alpha is nothing but, in the diagram we can clearly observe about tan alpha. What is tan alpha here? Tan alpha means opposite by adjacent. Opposite is B equatorial, adjacent is B axial. So I can write tan alpha as B equatorial by B axial, B axial. So we got the tan alpha formula and B formula, and theta plus alpha is called direction of B at any point. Now from the diagram we made this formula, but already B axial, B equatorial are with us. So let us substitute those values here. Let us check those values and substitute here. So this is the B axial and B equatorial values. So now if you substitute these values in the formula, that means actually just now I wrote B is nothing but square root of B axial square plus B equatorial square. B axial I wrote it as mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught by 4 pi. What I wrote, 2m cos theta by 2m cos theta by r cube. And B equatorial I have written it as mu naught by 4 pi m sin theta by r cube. So substituting these two in the above formula, what we are going to get? We can take the common terms outside. Common terms outside. What are the common terms? Mu naught by 4 pi m by r cube are common terms. So we can write this as root over 4 cos square theta, 4 cos square theta plus sin square theta. So just I substituted in the above expression, this B axial, B equatorial I substituted there, and I got this expression. So now here 4 cos square theta, remember this 4 cos square theta, I can take the modification as 3 cos square theta plus cos square theta I can write. Let me write in next step. So B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi m by r cube, 4 cos square theta I am writing it as 3 cos square theta plus cos square theta plus sin square theta. So you observe carefully here, cos square theta plus sin square theta is what? 1. So B is equal to, I can write mu naught by 4 pi m by r cube into square root of 3 cos square theta plus 1. This is the B at any point formula. So we got the B at any point formula. Now the question arises, what is tan alpha? Already we wrote something like tan alpha is equal to, in the first page now I will show you, tan alpha is B equatorial by B axial. You can observe here, tan alpha is B equatorial by B axial. So let me write here, tan alpha is equal to what we have, B equatorial by B axial. So already we know the formulas for B equatorial and B axial. B equatorial formula is mu naught by 4 pi, and this is m sin theta by r cube. By this one is mu naught by 4 pi 2m cos theta by r cube, 2m cos theta by r cube. So substituting these two here, tan alpha is equal to, everything will be cancelled, mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught by 4 pi m r cube r cube. What are the left here? 1 by 2 is left, and sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So our relation what we got is tan alpha is 1 by 2 tan theta, or alpha is also, I can write it as alpha, I can write as tan inverse 1 by 2 tan theta. So this is alpha. So we got the alpha expression and everything is there. Let us give the conclusions now. So what are our conclusions? B at any point due to short dipole is mu naught by 4 pi, that is m by r cube into square root of 3 cos square theta plus 1. This is the formula for B at any point. And then we have written alpha is equal to, what is the alpha? Direction. Direction is tan inverse of what we got, 1 by 2 tan theta. Alpha is the alpha value. What is the direction of B at any point? Theta plus alpha. that I can write theta plus tan inverse 1 by 2 tan theta. This is nothing but direction of this theta plus alpha is called direction of B at any point. Direction of B at any point. Like that, we give the conclusions here for B at any point due to short dipole. So, this is the B value and this is the alpha value. What we got here is this is the alpha, and again we got about theta plus alpha. What is theta plus alpha? Means direction of B at any point. Like that, we have got these conclusions. These are the final conclusions what we have made here. So, the B at any point, alpha is the angle with B axial and B, and theta plus alpha is B at any point. This is for short bar magnet. Let us observe the first page from now again. So, short bar magnet I have taken here. Short bar magnet means B is equal to square root of B axial square plus B equatorial square, and tan alpha is B equatorial by B axial. So, theta plus alpha is direction of B at any point. Originally what we did here, one magnet is there, here one point, this is the distance from here to here is smaller. So, here I want to find magnetic field. I resolve this magnet movement into two components, one as m cos theta, m sin theta, making an angle theta here. So, m cos theta for this point, m cos theta, if you treat this as magnet, it is a axial point. M sin theta, if you take this as one magnet, and this is equatorial point. So, this for this point is equatorial. So, B equatorial like this, B axial like that, resultant is B, and this angle it makes is alpha. So, total angle is nothing but direction theta plus alpha. Like that, we started our journey. Then we have written B axial formula mu naught actual formula 2m by r cube and m by r cube, but here it is not a magnet, is not m, it is 2m into cos theta. Here m cos theta is there. Here we are not taking only m by r cube, we are taking m sin theta by r cube. Because of the resolving the magnetic moment to components, we got these things. After getting these things, what we did here, next we went to that B value. B axial is equal to square root of B axial square plus B equatorial square, and finally simplifying this one, I got B value like this. B at any point value I got. So, tan alpha equal to B equatorial by B axial, again substitute B equatorial value, B axial value, I got tan alpha as 1 by 2 tan theta. Alpha is tan inverse 1 by 2 tan theta. So, from this relation we have proceeded further, and these are the conclusions. Tan alpha is 1 by 2 tan theta, and theta plus alpha is the direction of B at any point. I hope you are clear with the topic B at any point, B at any point here. Any doubts you can ask. B at any point, any doubt is there for